path and the potential impacts from that here at home. But we do want to start with meteorologist Mariel Ruiz, who is live in Tampa on the ground there. How are things looking, Mariel? We can see behind you just that storm surge already starting to make its way inland.
Yeah, it's so different from yesterday, but we started seeing the impacts from this hurricane yesterday as it was about 100 miles to the west of where I am, which is in Tampa. That's Hillsborough Bay right behind me, but yesterday, at this time, I mean, this was clear, and the winds certainly picking up overnight, the rain coming down. At times, it's a little heavier. I mean, this was just quite a bit heavier, actually, about 10-15 minutes ago. I'm going to step out so I can show and point out a few things. So the white fence that you see behind that, that's actually where the bay line is, and on the closer side to us of that fence, that's where there is a sidewalk. It's actually a fitness trail that a lot of people enjoy. Yesterday afternoon, I was able to be on the other side of that fence, and I walked down about 3 feet just because there are steps that kind of lead down. I spoke to a lot of the people that live around here yesterday too, and that water is generally very calm, but now you can see some of the waves kind of just crashing in, and that's from the high winds. Now, the water was really choppy, but one thing that certainly is not helping is that the fact that it is also high tide. So yesterday that water was elevated, it had risen, it receded a bit during low tide last night, but now going into another set of high tide as our winds continue to increase here. At times overnight, we had tropical storm force winds here in Tampa, even though the actual hurricane or the eye of the hurricane is over 100 miles away. And not only dealing with heavy rain and the surge, that street, by the way, one of the popular streets here in Tampa, it's covered with road. It's impassable, and we do have officials that are just going to continue to close off these roads, including a road that's close to one of the hospitals here, the only trauma hospital in the region. So we are dealing with here heavy rain. We have been seeing quite a bit of flooding, and really overnight also dealing with the threat of severe weather. There was a tornado watch in place, but it's been extended into the early afternoon just because most of Florida, at least the top half, dealing with these outer bands that tend to bring up these spin-ups. Now, Category 4, as of a couple of hours ago, Ida is set to make landfall any minute now in Florida's Big Bend. That area has never had a Category 4 hurricane make landfall. The storm surge there, 10 to 15 feet expected. It's going to look a lot worse than here. So I'm going to send it in to Greg